Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations, I'm back to talk about 2 episodes of Star Trek Voyager, with episodes Tattoo and Cold Fire. What happened in this episode, Tattoo? Well, Voyager investigates possible sources of material and needs to continue its journey home, and Chakotay mysteriously finds a symbol known to his family's Native American tribe back on Earth. So, I gotta say this episode was pretty interesting in the fact, we got to delve more into Chakotay's, his past, and in fact, at one point it goes into, say, hey, it talks about, a young man, saying, I'm not so sure about all this, and at the same time, we also, we have moments of, say, hey, can you help me understand this? Chakotay's going, I don't understand this, please help me, and all that stuff. He's just saying, what is with all these, symbols? Saying, can you help me understand? And, he's talking about his past, so it's all fairly interesting when it comes to the character. And, I kind of think it's interesting, whenever we have episodes of Star Trek Voyager, when it goes down to planets and, interacts with them. I guess because they don't always, want to deal with the, don't interact with, planet's culture or something like that. Prime Directive. And one of the subplots of this episode is that the Doctor wants to prove to the crew that mild illnesses do not, and say, hey, if you get sick, it's not really going to affect your work. So he programs it, that he says, say, hey, I'm gonna give myself the flu and all that. So to basically say, hey, if I'm sick, I can still do my job and all that. How she goes, I'm gonna call nonsense on you, and says basically she says say you're gonna be sick longer basically on this program. And basically just the entire episode he's just gonna say, help me, I'm not feeling well, help. He basically just asks someone who's never been sick before and all that. But if you get sick at times, don't go to work. Just rest, get better. Even Robert Beltran, who portrays him, he was said that he really liked the episode, that it seemed it was a very personal episode for him, and it related to him, and helped him say, hey, it was very personal to his, basically his native culture and ideas and all this stuff. I thought it was a pretty interesting idea. What happened in the episode Cold Fire? It is a direct sequel to episode Caretaker, and explored the existence of another Nazi entity belonging to the Caretaker's alien species. And it's also the first episode to depict the members of the common species other than Kes. So, in a way, basically, in the episode, Kes is basically discovering, say, hey, that she, in a way, has powers. Anyway, basically, certain times she's able to, say, okay, because she has a bit of training moments with Tuvok to, say, hey, maybe these training episodes will help you. We need to make sure that whenever there is a moment, say, okay, will this be of, care? And one of the things that there's another person in the copy race that goes, hey, how you doing? What are y'all doing out here? Say, what you doing? And it is, basically saying, hey, I'm with the, Caretaker, but the, part of the race of the character is just a small girl who is able to have enough powers to lift someone up to the entire ceiling and then in a way hold them hostage. And in a way, like, yeah, I thought that was a fairly interesting idea, having the idea of, a powerful being, but, taking it and making it so, like, oh, it's a child. So in a way, okay, it would be a bit, this is surprising, like, you would be expecting a child to have extreme powers. But then again, like, with a lot of TV shows nowadays, we're gonna say, okay, this seems just something like, okay, nowadays it's just like the usual, like, say, Stranger Things, anyone? I mean, yeah, and I did think there was one moment where I was like, wait, what is going on here? In that, when Kess is being talked to by Tannis, what he goes like say, you are now part of our group, Kess, and then Neelix goes like say, what's going on in here? In that moment, I feel like say, Neelix, why aren't you calling the captain? Why aren't you calling anyone and just saying, hey, something fishy is going on? Because in the past episodes, you've always had moments where like say, you need to get away from my woman and all that, because that has always been happening. But at the same time, I'm guessing if I say, maybe I not need to just take a breather, because if I don't, something's going to be happening. And all that. But overall, not two episodes weren't too bad. See you next time.